you will never be ready to be a parent.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. You're never ready for whatever comes, no matter how much you think. All those things that, that the parenthood brings, you don't like it maybe, but they're magical. When you look back, then you say, oh my God, I would want to go again through all that. You don't, but you would want to.
Mm-hmm. Welcome everybody. Our today's guest is Milica Milojevic. Welcome, Milica.
Hi, everybody.
Milica comes from Serbia, but she is now living in the Netherlands, and she's actually having a very international background. And she's also a mom of two, Stefan and Maya. Could you tell us how old are they?
Maya is 7.5, and she just finished the first year of school, and Stefan is 5, just turned 5.
Mm-hmm.
Also going to school, well, preschool.
Mm-hmm. A preschool in the Dutch system. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, and behind you, we already know that there is a collection of like a little art gallery, and those are drawings, of course, of Stefan, of Maya, but also some from you. So yeah, a little artistic family. So tell me,
of course.
So tell me, besides having the chance to kind of express yourself in this very very artistic way, what is the greatest thing about being a mom?
Well, yeah, for me, I think it's all of it. Like the good things, the bad things, even waking up at 6 in the morning. I don't like it, but yeah, I don't know, it's the love that kids give you.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the sense that, yeah, somehow you will continue living through your kids.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
for me, that's a very special feeling. Like, one day when also you will be gone, that your legacy lives on.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
of course, the love, the smiles, and the hugs and kisses and everything. It's, yeah, there is nothing that can replace that.
I know the joy of little things. Like sometimes I'm so amazed the things that kids can be so happy about. Mm.
Well, I can tell you, a couple of days ago we were at the dentist. So my daughter went with my husband inside, and I was waiting with my son. So we were talking a bit, and he says, at the moment, for a couple of years now, I'm at home with kids, so I don't work. And he was saying to me, Mom, I really don't want you to go to work. I love when you're at home with us. I love when you come and pick us up from school, and when we cuddle. I just want Papa to go and work. And I was like, oh, you see, I'm actually doing something good. My kids love spending time with me. That's good.
They appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and since you know that there will be a moment that it will end, that they will say, yeah, sorry, mommy, but I don't have a time for you because I go spend time with my friends. I go play something or whatever. So yeah, I think you can enjoy now this time as well.
yeah, that is true. They still like spending time with me. That's
Yeah, and we need to cherish those moments. So
exactly.
if you could tell us a little bit about the traditional way of raising kids in Serbia. I mean, for the parents, what does it mean for the children? How children should behave? How parents should behave? So a little bit about this Serbian way of raising them.
Well, yeah. First of all, I was born and raised in a different country. That was Yugoslavia, where things were different. It was, I would say, a unique country, especially in Europe, where, yeah, it was like that. Everybody was working. My parents were both working. They were working full time. Me personally, I didn't go to the kindergarten. My grandparents took care of me, just because logistically it was easier. We lived in the suburbs, and my grandparents in the center, where my parents both were working. So somehow, yeah, I was raised very strict, patriarchal. And you can imagine, both of my grandfathers, they were in the army.
Okay.
So, it was quite strict how my both parents grew up. That they were, it was, you respect your parents, you respect the elderly. Fear of disappointing your parents, which nowadays I feel it doesn't exist. And that was one, like, I know, even nowadays that I have my own kids, I still have that feeling that I do not want to disappoint my parents, because I I want to show them that they have raised a good person, and for example, that is something that I miss today. The parents of my generations, they are not trying to raise their kids to be good people. They're trying to raise the kids to be good in a specific field, so they would earn money, so they would have everything more and more and more. But some morals and some, basic rules, like respect for each other and for elderly, to say, that is disappearing.
That's missing. Okay, so you have a feeling that it's more materialistic, let's say, direction than on the values or on the morals.
And then again, I say I was raised in a different time, because everybody had work, everybody had like a job, everybody had a relatively good life. They could go for vacations in the summer, in the winter. They could afford things to buy. So, it was a relatively good life, and therefore the material side of the life was a bit like, of course it is how it is, but we need to, focus ourselves on being good people. That was the philosophy. To respect, let's say,
keeps us together.
Yeah, that's what keeps us together, because if we don't respect each other, we cannot have a normal day life. So that is something that I personally miss.
Okay, and when you started to live in the Netherlands, and you had the chance to observe the way, again, kids and parents are behaving and the kids are being raised, probably you had some moments that you were thinking, oh, well, that's interesting, but that's for sure I want to do different. Do you remember those kind of moments that you were thinking, those are the big differences in a daily life, between what I know or what I would like to implement when I will be a mom?
The thing is that coming from where I come, I still believe in that. That basic things are sometimes excellent. So basic things, meaning also with raising kids and everything, like I still have a book about babies from when I was born. And to be honest, that is one of the books that I read while pregnant. And the most of the things, even though of course you have to change some of the things to stay in touch like with the modern ages, of course. I mean that would be stupid not to do, but how do you say, the basics are there. And the basics those are the things that I used for my kids. And with some things I didn't want to, as we would say in Serbia, to invent warm water.
Yeah, we say to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, or that, yeah, exactly. So I stuck to the basics that were also, when I was a kid, I was talking to my mom a lot. And to be honest, it worked perfectly with my kids, and with eating, and with sleeping, with everything. So, yeah, in some way, I do not see the reason why to make it complicated. You know, nowadays everybody wants to reinvent everything, but I don't find the reason. Not everything needs reinventing. Some things are good the way they are.
So there are some old good methods that that worked for you when you were a kid, and that are working now as well.
Yeah.
Can you give some examples? I mean, besides the fact of, you know, being close to mother, what?
Well, for example, with feeding, yeah, I breastfed both of the kids. I never, how do you say, waited for them to ask to eat. I was feeding them every 3 hours during the day, and I would start, for example, at 6 in the morning, and then yeah, I would feed them the last time at 11 in the evening, and they would sleep till the morning.
Wow.
So, but
You're such a lucky mom.
No, but they got enough food during the day, so they didn't have the need to wake up in the night. The night was for sleeping. And for example, that's what my mom also did with me when I was a kid. And I said, like, yeah, well, I like sleeping at night, so let's kind of work everything together. And that worked for both of them. I mean, we never had a problem. They were always sleeping the whole night through. But it doesn't mean that I deprived them of food. I gave them enough food during the day. That's how you create the rhythm. You don't, like, I'm more with the philosophy, you don't wait for the child to ask, but you're the parent, you're the one who is going to set the rule. The kids are flexible, so they are just going how you say.
Okay. So
the father is the one who's following what the mother, because mother, especially with the babies, it's that motherly instinct. I don't know, I see it as a natural distinction, you know, like yeah, women give birth to kids, so they have 9 months to get used to it, you know, that they need to take care of the baby. The fathers do not, in the beginning, they don't have that connection. So I don't see it as bad or good, but it's how it is.
So they basically, it's easier for them to start bonding after the kid is let's say out there, so you can see that it's actually there, because they cannot feel the moves in the belly. They don't have this feeling that there is something growing in them, something little, some living. So they start usually bonding only after a baby is born. Okay, and now you're a mom, and you are having 2 wonderful kids who are really in a good connection with you.
Yeah, wonderful.
So and everybody who had the chance to meet you knows that it's a pure joy for you, that you are really dedicated mom. So tell me, what would be, you know, the feeling of fulfillment for you when let's say when they grow up, the let's say teenagers, advanced teenagers, and what kind of people they are, what kind of values they cherish, that you would say, Yes, that's that's wonderful. Now I have a feeling that I raised up kids who gonna be happy in their life, and I feel fulfilled as a mom.
Well, I think most important is to be to respect people
So
and
disrespect, yeah. Mm-hmm.
to be nice towards people. Uh, you know, sometimes you can also have an argument, but be polite. You know, you don't have to put someone down or to be to swear or whatever in order to have an argument. Uh, I expect them to be, you know, what my father what my father always said to me: "Be smart, don't be dumb." Which in some way he meant like, yeah, you need to think about what you want to do before you start doing it, because you know everything has consequences. And sometimes, yeah, even though they're still little, they, you know, it's very hard for them to comprehend the what consequences mean actually in the real life. I just want them to be able to understand that whatever you do in life, it, you know, it can affect or somebody else. It can affect you first of all, and it can affect somebody else. And but I think respect and to stand firmly on ground and to have some self-confidence, not to be cocky, but just to have self-confidence, you know, to think like, yeah, I can do this. But that, I think, you can only get if the parents are standing next to you and supporting you with everything that you decide to do. And that's what I'm trying to do. Well, we're both trying to do. And hopefully they will find love.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think yes, if you are a person who is growing, firstly a happy kid, and then you are growing into an adult who was raised in a warm home, then I believe that finding love or being just a happy person is so much easier. So I'm
Yeah,
crossing my fingers.
yeah, but you know that, but that's what we also said. Like, yeah, nowadays, you know, people are not happy with simple things. People want more and more and more till the point when everything just surpasses normality and gets crazy. So I just want to teach my kids that, you know, normal is also very good. It's actually great. You know, you don't need castles and you don't need Mercedeses or whatever to be happy. That money doesn't give you happiness. It's
Yeah.
it's a mean to live nice, but it doesn't bring happiness. You know, you can have a lot of money and still be very sad and, you know, not fulfilled. And you can also have the base if you have your family, if you have your kids, if you're all happy and healthy. That's the most important. That makes you happy.
So the family and the relationships.
Well, family. I think family is very
The most
important.
important. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And health.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays.
Especially nowadays. Yeah. Let's don't underestimate that. True.
Yeah.
And if there are people who are watching us who are either just very fresh parents, they just got a little baby born lately, or there are people who would like to one day become parents, what is the kind of golden advice you would give them, golden tip?
First of all, I think you will never be ready to be a parent. That's for sure. You're never ready for whatever comes, no matter how much you think. But that's the charm of it. And that is what is so great. All those things that, you know, that the parenthood brings, you don't like it maybe, but they're magical. When you look back, then you say, oh my God, I would want to go again through all that. You don't, but you would want to.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just, yeah, love your kids. Don't be the boss, but not too much love them. They're just kids. Don't treat them like they're adults, because they're not.
Mm-hmm.
So treat them like they're kids. They are also allowed to do some stupidities, believe me, some more than the others. But yeah, it's just and yeah, follow your instinct. And
Mm-hmm.
not everything new is better.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that talk to your moms, your grandmas. Also, old ways have something in them as well.
Yeah, so don't
So
reinvent the warm water, as you say. Yeah, in
exactly,
Serbia.
don't invent the warm water. We have it already, and it's good. Yeah.
Okay, well, Mili, thank you very much for sharing your story, for telling us a little bit how it looked like in a traditional Serbian way, and what is your unique way of raising up kids, and what is important for you, and what do you want your kids to, what kind of values do you want your kids to carry on through their life. I wish you all the best. I wish that
No, thank you very much.
your legacy will look like the way you describe it here. And yeah, take care. Have a great day. And to our viewers, that was the Serbian way of raising kids. And we're gonna have way more different ways of raising kids in different cultures, so that we can have a all spectrum of the ways how we can do it. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Now, and to all your viewers, I hope you enjoyed the interview, and stay healthy.
Yeah. Thank you, Mili. Take care.
You're
Bye-bye.
welcome. Bye.